Hey guys, welcome to another video. I am Tori, and on this channel I'm documenting my debt-free journey. I use the cash envelope system to budget my income and the debt snowball method to repay my debt. And I also share DIY tutorials, so if this sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead, hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with the content that I post. Okay. In today's video, I will budget and stuff my first income for the month. This is also my first budget video of the year. So I want to say Happy New Year to everyone because I didn't get a chance to say that before. And I hope this year is successful for everyone. So let's get started. Yep. So here, just gonna go over. I've already written, so I've wrote down all the categories that I'll be stuffing from this paycheck, and I'll go along, like just to follow along, and then stuff my envelope based on this. I don't need my calculator. My goal, or I intend to get new envelopes. Well, I want to make some more envelopes because things have changed for me. So I'm going to be stuffing, so our paycheck was $1,753.17, but I'm only going to be stuffing $1,000. Okay, so I've changed the setup, but I'm going to be stuffing $1,000 because that's what I got. I took this from the ATM, so we're only stuffing $1,000. Yep, and I couldn't get. I think you can only get 50s, 20s, and 100s. So I don't have any other denominations, but I've changed around my budget to accommodate what I could get from the ATM. So yeah, anyways, let's get started. Oh guys, I have to say, my first video for the year, and it took me a while to get back on YouTube. So my last video, I was planning, for those of you who watch, I was planning my vacation back home to Jamaica, and then I stopped like in the middle of Vlogmas because my grandma got sick, and then so a lot of stuff changed. My emergency fund, I used all the money out of that because I had to get a flight, so I had to cancel the flight that I got, and I got that like real cheap. So because I had a last minute flight, I had to pay like, I think I paid like $900 for that flight. Yeah, so that's where the money from the emergency fund went. So that's a good thing that I had an emergency fund, or I was actually saving towards that. And since I've started budgeting, I'm not gonna lie, like some of the people that I'm following on YouTube, like at one point they were like, yeah, you need an emergency fund because it really comes in handy. And that's how I started to, put some money aside towards an emergency fund. And so far I've used that money twice. So I just want to say, like, for those of you who haven't, if you are able to, put some money aside whenever you can towards an emergency fund, because it really makes things easier when you have some money aside. Because at first I was only focusing on paying my bills and putting everything that I have towards clearing my debt. So I was just like bills, debt, nothing, no savings, nothing. But yeah, that's that. So I went back home, and my grandma was sick. She was in the hospital, And so that ruined Christmas in a sense. I mean, I did get to see her, but it wasn't a festive holiday for us. I mean, right after that, I was just like staying with her, got to spend time with her, you know, like help to take care of her and stuff. Then afterwards, she passed away earlier this year. I had to extend my trip in Jamaica because I pretty much used all my vacation time and bereavement for January. And for like this year, I used up all my time off options because I've been in Jamaica for a good while. And then after she passed, I had to plan the funeral and stuff. Yes, I'm an only child on my dad's side, and he's an only child too. So it was just like me and my dad. So it was like, you know, new experience that I don't even enjoy doing, but it just had to be done. So I had to stay longer, which I had to change my flight again, and it cost me $1,100 to get a flight to come back to Canada, which blew some of my savings. But I just want to say it's a good thing that I had money saved and an emergency fund, because it really worked out, you know, because I did not plan to be gone that long. And then my bills, they got covered because I was still getting some income from my job. But I just want to say, yeah, I didn't budget any, like I wasn't following my budget in January either. So that's why I'm back now. And it really took a toll on me. I need to wrap this up because I don't really want to talk too much about it because I'm still, you know, going through it. But my family, they're like, people are telling me like, I need to like go back to my normal routine, like take my mind off things. So I don't really want to bring it up, but that's Christmas and New Year's for me. So that's why I've been gone for a while. Hopefully I can find it in me to be consistent on YouTube this year. So yeah, so let's get started. That's it. But I mean, with time we'll be better. So some days I don't even feel like going to work, I'm not gonna lie. So we're adding $200 to my emergency fund. Oh yeah, so once I add the money to the envelopes, I'll just mark it off just to make sure. It's gonna be 200 to our emergency fund. So we're actually starting over. Yeah. Yeah, nothing in savings. For groceries, we're going to be adding $100. I'm not looking forward to buying a lot of stuff because when we were coming back from Jamaica, or when I was coming back from Jamaica, we brought up a lot of food items that I'm still, you know, eating. So yeah, so there's not much that I'm going to be buying or that I plan on buying. For internet, $70. And I've switched around my budget. Like, I've been thinking how, you know, like while I'm making my plans for the year, how I actually want this year to, you know, go by. And like there's just some changes that's going to come to my budget. That's all. we're adding $20 to our rent insurance. Normally add 30, but we don't have any 10s, so we're just gonna go with 20. And then transportation, we're adding $100. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using this much, but we're just gonna be putting that there just in case. Then for household, we're adding $40. But guys, what's new? Like, what are some of your goals for the year? Is anyone else thinking of changing around like their budgeting method? I find that I like to reflect a lot on you know, like what's working, what's not working. I don't know, like, is it that everyone, I know like eventually we'll all switch around, right? But after a while, I just keep my mind just go like reflect, see what's going on, what's not working, and then when things change, like what am I going to do? We're adding 120 to our phone bill. I'm paying more for my phone bill too because in December I was talking to my grandma like while she was in the hospital. Like I was talking to her direct, so that ran my phone bill up high. But I don't mind because, you know, that's what love make you do, I guess. But oh my god, did I just put $150? It's supposed to be 120. Okay, so 120 right there. And then for electricity, we're adding $50. And I am like last year I didn't get to like do a full update because I normally update you guys on my progress, but I am credit card debt free. Like that was my goal for last year, to like at the end of December to be credit card debt free. So I no longer need this envelope because I don't owe anything, which is really good. I'm so happy. So the only debt that I do have is my student loan, and I've made a change to how I'm doing it. So before I normally like stuff my student loan, and then at the end of the month I'll make a payment. So instead of me withdrawing the money and then stuff it, then take it and put it back in the bank to send it, you know, like to pay my student loan, I'm just like whenever, so this paycheck I actually transferred $750, so I'm just doing it like that. Every time I get paid, whatever amount that I am allocating to that category, then I'll just pay it on the student loan right away. That way it's, you know, easier. And now, so that went through, and then I'm having this category for me, like normally I'll put like $20 or $10, whatever I have left over, but this category I'm going to start doing savings, not, is it savings challenge? I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but I know I need to add more envelopes for that, so I'm going to make them later today, the envelopes that comes under Tori, because there's just some changes that I want to make in my life. And I'm adding $300, so once those envelopes come back, well, once I make them, I'm going to like split the money up. So that's 300. And then I normally put the change from my income in my keep the change jar, But being that I didn't go to the bank and just the ATM, I don't have that change. So the next time that I stop by the bank, I'll just grab it and then, you know, put it in the jar. And I haven't emptied the jar since last year. Like, I haven't touched the money, like, so it's still going. I have like $53 there, so that's good. Yeah, so how's the year going for you guys? And then, oh yeah, there's this other thing. Like, I remember once I was watching Katie's video, Katie of the house. Many of you may know her, but if not, you can go check out her channel. She was saying that, I remember, like, she was talking about when you finish paying off one of your debt, like, because with the debt snowball method, the goal is once you finish paying off one of the debt, so you have 4 debts. If you have 4 debts, if you pay off 2 of them, the money that you would normally allocate to these 2 would then start, you know, going to the other 2, right? Like, you'll start paying more on the other debts. But then she was saying, like, do you really think that, you know, based on how you are, is it that once you clear certain debts, would, instead of you making like a $500 payment to your student loan, would you now start paying $700 because before you used to budget $200 to your credit card, right? And I was like, yeah, I would, you know, like, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I would do that because, you know, we're trying to be debt free. But now that I'm in the position where I've paid off all my debt except my student loan, so usually I'll put $700 towards my student loan, and then I'll probably put like $400 to the other debts or whatever it was. But I'm not putting $1,000 on my student loan. Now I've, like, that money shifted into other categories, because now, like, you know, like, I'm just saying, like, that's just something to think about. I'm gonna put a little bit more on my student loan, but not all the money that was going towards that is still going towards that. That's just all, like, it's just diverted elsewhere. I mean, that's just something to think about, because then you have to really think on the type of person you are and what you really want to accomplish. But life is short, and I don't want to put all my money on my debt. That's just how I'm feeling right now. I don't even know if that's like a bad thing or whatever, but I'm just going through a lot right now, so I want to spend my money carelessly. I don't even want to say that, but I'm not gonna put all my money into debt. Like, I've just, since I'm on this journey, like, I've realized that's not something that I want to do. As much as I want to be debt free, I want to enjoy my life, and I work too hard to just be paying bills. That's all. But until next time, guys, let me know what you think in the comments about my video, or if there's anything that you want to say, like, you can go ahead and say it. And I do plan on catching up on all my friends' videos, like every single person that I've subscribed to their channel. Yeah, so sorry that I'm away, but yeah, until next time, hope you enjoy your week. Bye.